Hi guys, it's Julia with Healthy Image. Today I would like to share with you another success story of my hypnotherapy practice that I'm doing it already for 15 years. I had a client, a little boy of 11 years old, and he had alopecia and a cancer. And he had no hair, no eyebrows. He went through 2 radiation treatments, and he felt really bad physically and emotionally. And the whole family suffered from it. Of course, everybody was affected. And he was bullied at school. The children were laughing at him and telling him horrible things about that he's gonna die. And children sometimes can be really cruel, unfortunately. So I treated him for 6 months, twice a week, because there was no time. I didn't want to waste any time. I wanted to help him as soon as possible. So first, what we did is to put him on diet. No meat, no dairy, and a very healthy diet. A lot of vegetables and fruit and water. But the major part of the work was, of course, emotional. And we needed to discover what's the emotional reason was for this disease to come in the first place. Because guys, any illnesses that come to people, they don't come to kill people. They come to show us what we're doing wrong, what we're thinking that is wrong, and what we are feeling that is wrong, and show us that we're going to absolutely the wrong direction. We need to change drastically something. And that's what we needed to figure out with him. And so what we find out that since he was 6 years old, when it all started, it was 6 years old, and when he came to me, he was 11. Since he was a baby, his parents worked so hard. They worked 7 days a week to provide for the children, him and his brother. And they had no time to spend with the children to find out what's going on in their life. And they had to work. So they had a babysitter. And I don't know what's wrong was with this woman, but she didn't feed them. She only gave them raw fish or no food at all. And when this child, our boy, was telling this to his parents, they just could not hear this information. They could not afford to lose this babysitter, so they didn't have emotional space, mental space to even comprehend. So they didn't believe him. After a few years of trying to reach his parents to show them what's going on, they still didn't listen. And so his subconscious mind developed this disease to really pay attention to him. Now, with no hair, no eyebrows, now they were going to pay attention to him. And they did. And they did very much. And that's how our subconscious works. So when any problem, physical problem comes, any physical illness or disease, it always because there was some emotions linked to it, negative emotions linked to this trauma that happened many years ago, for example, or even in the childhood. And we don't do anything with that. These emotions stored down, deep down in our subconscious. We didn't work it through. and they were trying to come out. We didn't let them because we didn't know, we didn't feel, we don't know what to do with our emotions. Nobody taught us how to get rid of negative emotions, and so they accumulates like a snowball into the huge problem that finally come to the physical plane. And now people have a physical problem. That's what happened to the boy. We worked on his upsetness to the parents that they didn't pay attention to him. We worked on other negative emotions that came out with the situation, that stored and accumulate and blowing up out of proportion with the situation of parents who are ignoring his needs. And in 6 months he was perfect. He was his hair huge like that. Now his eyebrows growing back, and he's as happiest and healthiest it can be. Everything is gone. So that's why it's so important for everybody to get rid of negative emotions. Don't put them even deeper and ignoring them. That's what the most people do. I actually did it all my life, believe it or not. I didn't even know it. And what we compensate with activities, sports, extreme sports, or television, or travel all the time. There's a restlessness that is in us. Or in a much more negative ways, some people do alcohol, drugs, workaholic, shopaholic. Yeah, it's all coming from that, from these negative emotions that ready to come out, but we don't let them, and so we wanted to compensate with something that fulfill us in that moment. But in reality, it's just escape, another escape from ourselves, and we can never escape from ourselves. So if you feel like you need to get rid of some of the negative emotions that you felt or you're feeling now, come to me. I would be happy to help. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.